Happy Saturday, all my fellow brothers and sisters in doll. It's me, your buddy Donnie again, with another doll review, and as always, telling it like it TI is. Yeah, take three. Not take three because you see three dollies over her. No, that's not why. This is take three literally because I attempted to make this video review twice. And I did perform two other takes, but one I deleted by accident, and the other one, it just excuse me, I it just got screwed up. So technically, this was to be an unboxing of Sparkle Beach Barbie, but of course, as you can see, I already unboxed her. Okay, but nevertheless, I will talk about her. I will talk. Yes, obviously, the headliner over her is Sparkle Beach Barbie. And again, I'm sorry you missed the actual unboxing because it was fun, but I did have a chance to sort of rinse out her hair, okay, and put a new little holder because I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but because the her original rubber band that was holding her twisted braid together, okay, had already disintegrated. So here we go. Sparkle Beach Barbie. Sparkle Beach Barbie. She's lots of fun. And she is. She sure is a lot of fun. I love this doll so much. I love her so much that, okay, why do I love Sparkle Beach Barbie by Donnie Dulanto? Feels like I'm writing an essay. Why do I love? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I tell you everything. I tell you, like Miss Swan. Remember Miss Swan from Matt TV? I tell you everything. I tell you. Okay, why do I love Sparkle Beach Barbie so much? Well, at the time when Sister Girl came out, I didn't have her. Okay, these were the early '90s, and I well, my family and I, simply couldn't really afford to be buying me Barbies because again times were tough. So I never had her when she originally came out. But eventually, okay, later in the 2000s, while thrifting, okay, going to thrift stores, I did. I'm so sorry. I did find her, okay, and this is the one I found. This is really a rescue doll, okay, that I had, like I said, a rescue doll that I bought thrifting. Now, luckily, her makeup was intact. Okay, Sister Girl had on her earrings, her necklace, and swimsuit. Okay, the only thing was that the little boy or girl who owned this doll originally had done a whack job at cutting her hair. So because her hair was beyond repair, okay, I decided to give her this fabulous reroute. Okay, what I did is I used three shades of blue, as you can see. Okay, and I did these three shades of blue because my intention was that you could see the swirls of three shades, intertwined. But excuse me, but because her hair is so long, I didn't want it to tangle by swirling it around. So I changed my mind, turned a corner, and simply kept it in three very nice, neat braids. Okay. The bottom third of her hair is in a dark royal blue. Okay, the middle is a medium blue that has a bit of turquoise hue to it, and then of course this is the lightest, softest shade of blue that I use for the top front and her cute curly bangs. Now, why this doll means so much to me again? Because since I couldn't afford her at the time that she came out, and I got her years later while thrifting, thrifting for me used to be a very emotional experience that I didn't know was so emotional until years went by. Okay. At the time when we would thrift, my father, my brothers, and I, okay, in the early 2000s, my brothers were all very little, and I was very young. And again, my father would take us, okay, much to my mom's dismay because she didn't really want us rummaging through old toys, you know. Um, but the reason why my father took us thrifting wasn't because so much we couldn't afford to go to, KB Toys or Kmart for dolls or action figures. No, by then, I was already working and my father, had a good job. And, so we could have, gone to stores. But the reason why we went rummaging through in thrift stores was because I've always preferred older dolls from the 80s, 70s, from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And by the 2000s, I wasn't that much into the Barbies available at the time, by the early 2000s. So we would go for that reason. Okay. And also because, my baby brothers also happen to like older toys that perhaps our mother was unable to afford at the time that they came out. Okay, so we would rummage for them, at the thrift store. We didn't have a computer yet, so we weren't dealing with eBay in the early 2000s. So Sparkle Beach Barbie is again one of those rescue dolls that I love very much because of the memories it brings me. It brings me memories of being with my father and all my little brothers, just shopping and being full of wonderment. Because when you go thrifting, it is indeed almost like an archaeological expedition because you never know what you're going to find. So it was very emotional. Not at the time because I was just living the moment and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize how precious those moments were. Today, my brothers are all grown and, well, each of them is wrapped up in their own stuff. And one of them does not live with us anymore. He is very far away because he chose to be far away. We didn't kick him out. He wanted to be really far away from us. But anyways, that's one of the reasons why this doll means so much to me. Sparkle Beach Barbie. But enough of my sadness. Another reason, why I love this doll is because, come on, she's beautiful. She's just beautiful. Okay. Okay. So here's the root. Okay. Let me put her aside for a minute, and my emotions aside for a minute. No, I can't do that. Now, this is the one that I recently unboxed. Okay. Again, there isn't much to her other. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take what's in her box, anyways. Just this doll. Okay, in the back you can see the rest of the characters available. Besides Barbie, there's Ken, Kira, Teresa, Skipper, Steven, and Christy. Now, a couple of factoids. This Christy, okay, wears, you may not be able to tell from this itty bitty picture, but okay, this Christy does not wear the California Dream Christy head mold as one would expect, but instead she wears the shiny head mold. But I will do another separate review of this doll, and I will elaborate more on that. But another little factoid is, if you look carefully to Barbie's swimsuit top, okay, and Teresa's top, these must be the prototypes because the design was swapped at production time. Look, the design of her top is really the one that was on Teresa, and conversely, the production dolls of Teresa's top is on this design that was original for Barbie. Now, we can speculate all day. Was this done on purpose? Okay. Was it a last minute change that the powers that be decided? Or was a simple honest mistake that the workers at the factory got mixed up? But that's the way they came out. Besides, it's always fun to look at these little details of how the prototypes of the dolls in the picture on the back of the box often don't look like the production doll that we get in our hands. Okay, so with that said, now something else. Here you see all the female dolls having her on up short, relatively short, like around their butt cheeks. That's about as long as it is. Okay, and sure enough, there were two issues, or not two issues, but maybe because they were made in different countries. Okay, of Sparkle Beach Barbies, at least the female ones, that some of them you will find like this with the shorter hairstyle, but others you will find like this with much longer locks. And it's not only the length that is a difference, okay, but also that the Barbies and her friends that came out with the shorter hair is of a different texture. Okay, this is that I call it flyaway hair. Okay, which is just awful. I don't care for it. This is like just. I mean, some people like the texture, and that's fine. To each his own. But to me, by the way, this is another rescue doll, another doll that I got thrifting, or maybe I got it on eBay. I don't recall. It's been so long. But anyways, see this version of this short hair of is like this. I believe this is the really thin and dry, brittle Toyocalon. I mean Canecalon. While this other version has this nice, soft, and beautiful, longer saran. I believe this is saran because I don't think it's nylon. Nylon. Another difference, is that the dolls that are rooted with this longer, beautiful, nicer texture hair, the heads are hard. They are harder than an algebra problem. Oh my goodness, these heads, what are they made of? Resin? This is really hard plastic. Okay, while the other dolls with the awful hair have a soft, squishy head. Okay, which is fine because I intend on rerouting this girl. Sister girl is gonna get a whole new mane of her because I don't like this hair. But before I reroute her, I wanted to show her to you as she is. So if your doll looks like this or like this, it's still a genuine Barbie. Okay, they just have different issued hair. And one last difference between the Barbies, that I must point out is that their swimsuits. As you see, these two is a dark shade of blue, okay, but this one is more has about turquoise hue to it, okay. Again, the reason why there are differences in the dolls is obviously production. Okay, these dolls they have to go out by a certain date. They have to be made by a certain date, and if they run out of one particular fabric, well then let's just use the next best thing. Okay, but keep up production. Luckily, one consistent detail on all the dolls is the necklace. Okay, and the earrings. Okay, which I love this design of earrings. Okay, I just love it. Love these earrings. Another detail is that the hard-headed ones, as you can see, her hair has more of a golden, bright hue to it, while the dry, brittle one is more of a almost white platinum blonde, which is dull and lifeless. But this is brighter and a wee yellowy, a wee yellowy. And another difference is that you see her face is the makeup is very bright. It's very bright, very very bright and beautiful. Okay, while this other girl over here, her makeup isn't quite as bright, especially the eyes. It seems almost a little like watercolor. You know, so it's another little difference. Okay, and anyways, I believe I have taken enough of your time. Oh, and I didn't finish with what the doll brings. The doll brings, the usual Fashion Avenue little pamphlet, a little sparkly bracelet, and your run of the mill 90s blue brush that most dolls came with. Not much, nothing else really, nothing else. Again, I have taken enough of your time. Thank you all very, very much for the views. Okay, watching and commenting and sharing. Please help my channel grow. Help my channel grow. And again, thank you all very, very much. And have a wonderful weekend. Love y'all. Ta-ta for now. Or I'm gonna start saying in my video a joke that one of my brothers makes when I talk on the phone. Smooches. Well, I'm gonna start using it. I'm gonna take my brother's joke and actually use it, but with in a way of endearment. So rather than ta-ta for now, I will say smooches. Bye bye.